Barstow is a small desert city located in San Bernardino County in the Mojave Desert, roughly midway between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Known primarily as a transportation hub, Barstow has a history linked to mining, railroads, and Route 66. The town is situated at the crossroads of major highways, including Interstate 15, Interstate 40, and U.S. Route 66. This makes it a key stopping point for travelers moving between Southern California, Nevada, and Arizona. The city is surrounded by desert terrain, characterized by rugged hills, dry riverbeds, and vast open spaces typical of the Mojave Desert. It sits at an elevation of about 2,170 feet. Barstow has a hot desert climate with scorching summers and cool winters. Summer temperatures frequently exceed 105 degrees Fahrenheit, while winter nights can drop to freezing. The area receives minimal annual rainfall, averaging around 5 inches, and dust storms being common. The city is home to approximately 25,000 people. The population is diverse, with a mix of ethnicities and age groups, though the city has seen modest population growth over recent years. About 63% of its population is Hispanic, 19% African American, 12% white, and other 6% of mixed race. The median household income is about $43,000 per year, and the median property value is at $172,000. The nearby Marine Logistics Base and Fort Irwin National Training Center contribute to the local population and economy, with many military personnel and their families residing in the area. Barstow's economy is heavily tied to transportation and logistics, with major railroad yards, trucking companies, and rest stops catering to travelers. The city has a strong railroad presence with one of the largest railroad classification yards in the U.S., operated by Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railway. Barstow is often overlooked by tourists and aspiring residents alike, but it certainly isn't a dream destination for many people. While every city has its pros and cons, Barstow seems to carry more challenges than benefits, especially for those seeking a higher quality of life. Here are the top reasons you might want to reconsider before packing up and moving to this desert city. While Barstow is not the most dangerous city in California, it has seen a significant increase in crime over the past years, particularly property crimes and theft. Although violent crime is not rampant, the city's crime rate is still higher than the national average. This can be a concern for families and individuals looking for a safe place to live and raise children. Violent crime in Barstow is notably higher than the country average. In 2023, Barstow ranked high on lists of U.S. cities with elevated violent crime rates. According to FBI data, Barstow had more violent crimes per 100,000 residents than the national average, with trends pointing to a steady increase over the past several years. The city has often ranked in the top 20 for violent crime in California. Property crime is another major issue in Barstow. Theft, burglary, and assaults are prevalent in the city. In 2023, Barstow had more than double the national average rate of theft, making it one of the worst cities in the U.S. for this specific crime. Prostitution in California is illegal, as well as in other states, with the exception of certain areas in Nevada. However, as a small city situated along major highways, Barstow has historically faced numerous issues related to working girls and human trafficking, often linked to its status as a transportation hub between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Gang-related crime remains a significant problem in certain areas of Barstow. As with many parts of California's San Bernardino County, the city has been impacted by gangs involved in illegal substances, violence, and other criminal activities. This contributes to higher levels of shootings, assaults, and violent crimes in specific parts of the city. Gang-related violence tends to spike in certain areas, and the presence of drugs elevates crime rates in vulnerable neighborhoods. On average, a crime occurs every 3 hours and 25 minutes in Barstow. The city's crime isn't spread evenly across the city. Specific neighborhoods, particularly in the center and northeastern parts, experience higher crime rates. Crime in the city saw a significant rise in the years following the pandemic. Economic strain, unemployment, and other societal pressures have led to increased rates, especially violent crimes. According to a 2023 report, Barstow experienced its highest number of homicides in a decade, reflecting broader trends in many mid-sized American cities. Another issue here is the extreme heat. Barstow's weather is another factor that makes life here less than appealing. Summers are scorching, with average highs in the 90s and 100th degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures can soar to unbearable extremes, sometimes reaching over 115 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat is oppressive, making outdoor activities nearly impossible for much of the year. If you're not a fan of living in constant air conditioning, this climate will be a challenge. What's worse, Barstow doesn't even have the mitigating relief of ocean breezes or nearby beaches. The closest beach is over 2 hours away, meaning you're stuck in the heat unless you're ready to make a day-long journey to escape. Speaking of employment and job opportunities, Barstow has struggled with high unemployment rates for years. Even though California has experienced some economic growth in recent years, Barstow has lagged behind. As of 2023, the city's unemployment rate remains higher than both the state and national averages. While there are few jobs available in industries like transportation, healthcare, social assistance, retail, and public administration, these sectors aren't for everyone, and the lack of job diversity can be very limiting. Many new residents find themselves either commuting long distances for work or struggling to find employment. This is especially true for young professionals or those seeking opportunities in more modern industries like tech or finance. Poor air quality and pollution are some of the most significant reasons not to move to Barstow because of its terrible air quality. The city's air pollution is notorious, making it consistently rank among the worst in the nation. Barstow's air quality is not just bad, it's hazardous, particularly for people with respiratory conditions like asthma. Much of this stems from the industrial emissions and pollution blown in from the Los Angeles basin. According to the American Lung Association, Barstow often tops the list of cities with the worst short-term particle pollution and ozone levels. Living here means breathing in some of the most polluted air in the United States, with frequent unhealthy air days. Despite its relatively low cost of living compared to other California cities, Barstow has a high proportion of renters. Many residents are unable to afford to buy homes due to the rising prices, even though the area isn't particularly desirable. The city's growth has been concentrated in lower-income, rental-heavy communities. Owning a home in Barstow can be a struggle for many, and the large rental population contributes to less stable neighborhoods. This dynamic often leads to a less invested community, as transient renters may not have the same stake in the local economy or upkeep as homeowners. Barstow is one of the most obese cities in the U.S. Around 49% of its population is classified as obese. This brings with it a host of associated health problems, such as diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. The combination of limited access to healthy food options, a car-dependent lifestyle, and a lack of outdoor recreational spaces contributes to the city's obesity problem. While the city has a few gyms, the extreme heat often discourages outdoor activity, leaving many residents stuck indoors and living a sedentary lifestyle. For those who value nature and exciting social activities, Barstow can be a real disappointment. The city is lacking in terms of scenic beauty and recreational opportunities, especially for outdoor enthusiasts. While there are a few parks, these options pale in comparison to what you can find in other California cities. Culturally, Barstow offers very limited options for nightlife, fine dining, arts, and entertainment. Most activities revolve around local bars or honky-tonks, chain restaurants, which might not be appealing to young people or families seeking a vibrant lifestyle. For more sophisticated entertainment or cultural experiences, you'd have to travel to Los Angeles, about 2 hours away. While some people might find reasons to love Barstow, affordable housing, small-town charm, it is far from a perfect place to live. Poor air quality, limited job opportunities, extreme heat, and a lack of recreational and cultural amenities make it a challenging environment for many. Add in high crime rate, and you have a city that might not be the best choice for those seeking a balanced, healthy, and enjoyable lifestyle. Before moving to Barstow, it's essential to weigh these factors carefully to ensure it aligns with your personal and professional goals. If you found this overview helpful, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Stay informed, and as always, be kind to each other.